Hey guys, recently had a chance to check out Knights of the Zodiac, which is a new live-action movie produced by Toei Animation in partnership with Sony, and they've released it around the world. And I thought the movie was okay, but I'm not that familiar with the Knights of the Zodiac anime or the manga, and I believe this is a movie that people will get a lot more from if they're already part of the fan base out there. I did enjoy the fight sequences in the movie. They're quite fun. There's some good performances in there, particularly Mackenyu, who plays Seiya, is really good as the lead. He's actually the son of Sonny Chiba, a very famous actor and martial artist, and you can kind of see that legacy in this younger performer. He's really solid in this. But what was even cooler than seeing the movie was being able to chat with Sean Bean, who's one of the leads in the movie, and to hear from some of the other cast members. Let's take a look. I am with Ned Stark, Boromir, and Alec Trevelyan himself, Mr. Sean Bean, who plays Alman Kido in the brand new Knights of the Zodiac film. How would you describe the movie for people that aren't familiar with Knights of the Zodiac as an anime? And were you familiar with it at all as an anime creation?
No, I wasn't. You know, in the UK, we were just we just kind of saw more traditional, regular cartoons, and even now, you know, I don't think we're very, very familiar with the genre. But you know, I certainly am now. You know, I didn't realise it had such a following. It was so popular in so many different countries across the world, especially South America and Japan. You know, so it was a kind of crash course for me learning. You know, getting hooked. I thought it was quite cool, and the more I explored it, and that I kind of took it from there, really. I mean, it's a mixture of the two kind of themes. It's the Japanese anime mixed with Greek mythology, and I think that's what separates it from other films and makes it unique. And that combination is very intoxicating and very intriguing.
It's amazing to see the impact that this anime has had on so many people, and I hope that we can bring this into a live action form and get more people in to see this and love it as much as the hardcore fans do.
And we just met a guy who had a Saint Seiya tattoo for you, so from Latin America. So there was a responsibility to, I think, for this to live up to, you know, the fans, you know, all the hype, and you know, hopefully we pulled that off.
Sean, can you tell us who Alman is?
Alman Kido, he's a retired businessman. He made a lot of money. He's a billionaire. And he made his money in kind of high tech. But he's retired now, and he follows his passion, his true passion, I suppose, which is ancient history and folklore, mythology. That's his kind of background. And then he stumbles across, with his wife at the time, Gurad, his character called Gurad, he stumbles across a wounded man who's cradling this young child in his arms. He's actually a Knight of the Zodiac, and he entrusts this girl's fate to myself and my wife, Gurad. That's how Sienna comes to be part of the film. And then I meet this guy, Mackenyu. Well, he's called Seiya. Alman realizes that he's got this aura, the atmosphere, this cosmos energy that Sienna needs to be provided with in order to transform into the goddess Athena.
I got on the phone with our lovely director, Atonement, and he sort of just broke down the story for me. And obviously it's very overwhelming at first because there's a lot of information. It's a huge universe, but our story really starts at the beginning and barely scratches all of the information. And he's told me, you know, the story that he wanted to tell from the beginning was Seiya and where Seiya goes and how this journey starts and where it goes, and then from there, you know, if people love the film, then we get to go explore the other knights and sort of all the other different places of the universe.
I know Saint Seiya is loved so much around the world, and it has so much fans, but it's just an honor to be a part of this project and to be able to be playing Seiya.
Yeah, and it'd be great to see the difference in reactions and opinions for people who are familiar with the anime versus the one who are discovering this now as a new universe.
Now, obviously, a big part of the enjoyment of this movie are the fight sequences, and the producers wanted to make sure they work with the best.
We had the phenomenal Andy Chang, who was, you know, a senior team member of Jackie Chan's for years, and he did the incredible bus fight scene in Shang-Chi. And then Andy, with all of his expertise, handpicked an incredible group of stunt performers and martial artists. So we were really honored to have been able to work with some of the best in the world.
And I think some of our stunt scenes in the film are standout parts. They're very impressive, they're original. He was able to create such a specific type of filming, which you can talk probably more on than I can, because I didn't.
You're doing great.
You did
You're
all the
doing great.
hand-to-hand
You're doing
combat
great.
though.
I've noticed in a bunch of your characters, there's this common thread of atonement. Why do you think that is with you and the roles that you're cast for?
I don't know. What have I done wrong?
Well, there's this empathetic kind of quality to it. Even if you're playing a villain, you're always, aware of it.
Yes, that's right. I think probably Ullman's got a little, a few skeletons in the cupboard, and so that makes him a more interesting character. He's not just this good guy who decides to try and save this future goddess. He's someone who's quite mysterious, but he's very well read and very erudite. And he has a particular passion. And so I think there are lots of things going on there. He's not a villain, but neither is he the hero. He's got underlying influences and a kind of colourful kind of history that makes him even more interesting.
Now, I wasn't going to sit down with Sean and not ask him about some of the other projects that he's been in that we love. Now, HBO is in the Game of Thrones prequel business. Has there been any communication with you about a possible return of Eddard Stark at all?
No.
No?
I don't think that's
What
prequel? I don't know.
Yeah, they're making prequels, man. We'd love to see that. Also, GoldenEye 007, the video game, was re-released this year, and I'm wondering if you have any memories of playing the game. You're part of the game. You're a playable character in the video game.
Yeah, I remember when it came out. It was quite a while ago now, and I remember someone was playing. I'm not very good at games, really. But I remember someone playing it, and the general consensus was it was a great one of the best games out there.
It's the best Bond game, man. It's an incredible game.
This kind of remastered version, it should be. Imagine.
Yeah.
Really good.
Man, that was super cool. What a thrill it was to speak with Sean Bean. He is fantastic. Listen, I want to hear from you guys. If you're a big fan of Knights of the Zodiac or the Saint Seiya series, or if you see this movie, let me know what you thought in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll be back soon with new rundowns and interviews and reviews for you. And until then, play forever.